Hi friends, welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you the direction and the order of the Election Commission of India insofar as the Shiv Shena dispute is concerned. But before that, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you a comprehensive course for CLAT 2024. Secure a seat at your dream NLU. We will provide you with 300 plus recorded videos across 5 sections, 300 plus hours of live classes, 35 mock tests for CLAT and other law exam along with video solutions, monthly e-magazine on current affairs, and the entire content is based on the in-depth analysis of the past 5 years of CLAT question paper. So get this particular comprehensive course today. Now, let's come to the Shiv Sena dispute. Now, the dispute is between the Shiv Sena, between the Eknath Shinde faction and the Uddhav Thackeray faction. Okay. Now, I'm sure that most of you have read in the newspapers that there has been two factions in the Shiv Sena. Now, Uddhav Thackeray was the chief minister of Maharashtra. Right now, we have Eknath Shinde, who along with BJP has formed a coalition government and is currently the chief minister. Now, what is this dispute all about? Now, this dispute relates to the fact that who is the real Shiv Sena? The question over here is whether Eknath Shinde faction or whether the Uddhav Thackeray faction is the real Shiv Sena. Now, Eknath Shinde petitioned the Election Commission of India to recognize his faction as the real Shiv Sena. Now, how did the Election Commission of India come to this conclusion that the Eknath Shinde faction is the real Shiv Sena? So, we are just going to analyze the judgment and not the politics involved. Now, what are the various tests that the Election Commission conducted, wherein it came to the conclusion that the Uddhav Thackeray faction is not the real Sena, but the Eknath Shinde faction is the real Shiv Sena? The first test is the aims and objective of the party constitution. Now, what is the argument of Eknath Shinde? What is the argument of Uddhav Thackeray? We are going to look at, and what has the Election Commission said? We are going to look at that. So I have divided it into the various tests into. Now, Eknath Shinde says that Uddhav Thackeray, by forming a coalition with parties of different ideologies. Now, pre-poll, they had an alliance with BJP. Okay, so BJP and Shiv Sena fought the election together. Now, but after the election results came, Shiv Sena along with NCP, with the Congress, formed a government. Now, Eknath Shinde simply says that Uddhav Thackeray, by forming a coalition with parties of different ideologies, had deviated from the aims and objective of the party. And this was the core disagreement and disappointment amongst the party members. Uddhav Thackeray says that ideology of Shiv Sena as per the party constitution is a party that is committed to rational secularism, socialism and national integrity. Now, these are two different things. Now, the Election Commission of India, while hearing this particular issue, held that the application of this test, whether which faction is following the party's constitution, it is inconclusive in nature. The application of this test will render an inconclusive answer for the purpose of adjudicating the present dispute. So, the Election Commission of India, in this, while considering which faction is the real Shiv Sena, simply says that we cannot come to a conclusion insofar as this test is concerned. Then it also had the second test, the party constitution test. Now, Eknath Shinde says that the constitution of party could not be relied upon as the constitution of Shiv Sena as it has been amended in 2018, which is undemocratic in nature. Now, Uddhav Thackeray says that if the Shinde faction does not approve of the party constitution, which was amended in 2018, they could establish their own political party. Now, what was preventing Eknath Shinde? Now, the argument of Uddhav Thackeray is what was preventing Eknath Shinde from, he might not agree or not approve of the party constitution. So he could have left the party and established his own party. You cannot stay in the party and thereafter say that no, I don't believe in the constitution of the party. Now, insofar as the Election Commission is concerned, the Election Commission said that the amendments in the Constitution of 2018 stifles all options of rival group in a very formulation. Now, the 2018 amendment smells of undemocratic rules. So this was also not a proper test wherein some conclusion could be drawn. Then the Election Commission of India went on to test the majority in the Legislative Assembly. Now this is the basis on which the Election Commission of India came to the conclusion that the Eknath Shinde faction is the real Shiv Sena. Now, in the Legislative Assembly, the commission considered both the two factions. So there were 55 members of Shiv Sena. 40 members are with the Shinde group. 40 members. So 76%. Very, very important. 40 members of the Legislative Assembly of the Shiv Sena are backing Shinde. And 15 members out of 55 are with Uddhav Thackeray. So Uddhav Thackeray in the Legislative Assembly has 23.5%, whereas Shinde group has 76%, 40 members and 15 members. Now, the Election Commission of India simply said that while the application of this test in legislative wing of Shiv Sena has given a clear answer as to which faction is enjoying majority support, the application of this test in the organizational wing of the party found to be yielding interdependable and non-conclusive outcome. So, based on the test of majority, the fact that 40 members of the Shiv Sena who are elected in the Legislative Assembly are backing Eknath Shinde and Uddhav Thackeray has the backing of just 15 members, the Election Commission of India has come to this irresistible conclusion that the Shinde faction is the real Shiv Sena. Now the Election Commission of India cited the Sadiq Ali case. Now, which is this very famous Sadiq Ali case? Now, this 1972 judgment of Sadiq Ali is based on the fact that how many members of the Legislative Assembly gains support. Now, this was that great judgment which recognized Indira Gandhi's faction as the real Congress way back in 1972, right? Now, in Sadiq Ali's case, the Supreme Court said that if the numbers of seats secured by a political party or the number of votes casted in favor of the candidates of a political party can be a relevant consideration for the recognition of a political party, one is at a loss to understand as to how the number of seats in the parliament and state legislature held by the supporters of a group of a political party can be considered to be irrelevant. So the Election Commission's order recognizing Eknath Shinde's faction as the real Shiv Sena is based on Sadiq Ali's judgment, wherein the same parameters was used by the Supreme Court of India to recognize Indira Gandhi's faction of Congress as the real Congress way back in 1972. Is that clear? Now, finally, the Election Commission's decision. The Election Commission decides that Eknath Shinde group will have the official Shiv Shena logo. So it allowed Eknath Shinde's faction to use bow and arrow of Shiv Shena and the Shiv Shena name. And Uddhav Thackeray has been allowed to use the name Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasahab Thackeray. Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasahab Thackeray and the symbol of flaming torch. Okay, so bow and arrow is given to the Eknath Shinde faction, and the flaming torch symbol is given to Uddhav Thackeray by the Election Commission of India for upcoming elections in Maharashtra. Right? So this is the final decision, and I'm sure that you understood why has the Election Commission come to this conclusion based on the number of people supporting in the Legislative Assembly. You have 40 people supporting Eknath Shinde out of 55 and just 15 MLAs supporting Uddhav Thackeray in the Legislative Assembly. Based on that, and it was a very old 1972 decision of the Supreme Court in Sadiq Ali's case, wherein the Supreme Court also relied on similar parameters to decide the fact that, Indira Gandhi's Congress is the real Congress. So the Supreme Court, now Uddhav Thackeray has approached the Supreme Court challenging the decision of the Election Commission of India, wherein the Election Commission has recognized Eknath Shinde's faction as the official Shiv Sena. The Supreme Court has issued notice, and the Supreme Court will hear this matter very, very soon, right? So that's all that we have. BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you a CLAT 2024 comprehensive course, wherein we shall be providing you with 300 plus recorded videos across 5 sections, 300 plus hours of live classes, 35 mock tests for CLAT and other law exam with video solutions, monthly e-magazine for current affairs, and the entire content is based on the extensive analysis of the last 5 years of CLAT question paper. So guys, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, do follow us on our Instagram, do like our Facebook page, do join our Telegram channel, and do not forget to download the BYJU'S Exam Prep app today. With this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.